Hello, I'm Lili from Richmond Tweed Regional Library, and today we're going to do together a Native American rattle. So the rattle you can use to make music or to play, and Native Americans used to use it to call for the rain and do some rain dance. So if it gets really dry over the summer in Australia and it's not raining enough, we can get our little rattles out and do a bit of a rain dance together, and hopefully it will rain. Alright, so to make your Native American rattle, what you will need is a toilet paper roll, like this one, a paddle pop stick, and if you can, a larger paddle pop stick. There's some large one you can find. And you will need some glue. I like the craft glue, so I've got a bit of craft glue in that bowl, and a pencil. You will need a scissors and a stapler. And if you don't have a stapler, we can always use duct tape or sticky tape. So that's an option if you don't have a stapler. And of course, to make the rattling noise, you will need something that rattles. So I recommend that you use some rice. So if you go in the kitchen, and you should be able to find rice or lentils or quinoa, but today I don't have rice, so I'm gonna use some beads to make the noise, and some bigger little pebbles that's gonna make a bigger noise. So you could also go outside and find some sand or some little gravel in your driveway or your garden. So to start, you have to start with your toilet paper roll, which we are going to squeeze all the way like that. Make it nicely squeeze. And then we have to squeeze the other end on the opposite way. So you can see it's squeezed that way, and this side, I'm going to squeeze it like that. So it looks like that. A bit of a triangle nearly. So on that one first edge that we squeeze, I'm going to staple in a kind of arc shape. So going a bit in a half circle. So as you see, I've done like a half circle, like a round shape. And with the scissors, I am going to follow that arc and cut away the corners. So then I have a nice smooth edge. So again, if you don't have a stapler, you could use some duct tape or sticky tape to really close the edge. So we want to really close it so the pebbles or the rice don't fall off. So that's just if you don't have a stapler. So that's your first step. So your second step is to fill your little rattle already. So by using the rice, again, the rice is the best thing I think that you can find at home that would make a nice sound. But I don't have rice, so I'm going to use some little seed beads today because I've got plenty of those. Just put a little few, maybe a little teaspoon worth. And also I'm going to put some pebbles. I'm going to make a little mix of both, so we're going to have different notes. So let's see how it sounds if I just hold it like that. Sounds pretty good. It's a good rattle. So that was your second step, to do your filling. The third step would be to grab your paddle pop stick and the glue. So I really like that craft glue that you can find in most shops. and we're going to put glue on the top bit of your paddle pop stick, about a third of the way, and on both sides. So I'm going to just do that one side here, just about that much, up to a third of it. That's one side. On the other side. Yeah, you can put plenty of glue because it has to stay really strong and hold in place. So then I have to put my paddle pop inside and insert it into my little rattle, and I'm just gonna hold it in place here for a couple of minutes and make sure it glues. So that can take a little while, depends on the glue. And to make sure it stays there, I'm also going to staple right around the edge of the stick on both sides, just to help it to stay in place. So that's just gonna help it to keep it there until it dries. And I'm also going to close my rattle on the bottom part so the rice don't fall out and stays there. So I put one more staple here and on the other side. And then we just have to wait maybe 5 minutes until that sticks dries out and the glue dries out and sticks. And that's pretty much done. So once your stick and the glue has dry and your stick is staying in place and you're done, all you have to do then is just to decorate your rattle the way you want to decorate. So I'm going to show you an example, something I have started doing today. So I recommend you just paint it. Like I did with this one, I used paint, and then you have to wait for the paint to dry, and you can then add some stickers or decorate. But today, if you don't have paint at home, I started another one just using pencil. So I can finish decorating it while this glue is drying on this one. So that's another one I've done. So just take your time and decorate how you want. I like to do a nice sky with stars, but you can draw everything, your favorite animals. You can just write your name. And then I've got plenty of stickers as well. So I could decorate this one with stickers. Just putting stickers. Also, Native American thinks we all have an animal spirit, so maybe you do have a favorite animal and you can find a sticker of it. I really like a kookaburra because I like to have a good laugh. So that's a kookaburra, so I could put a kookaburra. That's my spirit animal on my rattle, so it would be lucky for me. It would be maybe a sign of good luck. Have my animal spirit on my rattle. And I have totally finished, as you can see. I've added some sparkle. So you can find glitters just from the shop and use your glue stick and glue your rattle and add the sparkles afterwards. Or I do have this one, which is just a paint with glitters, so I painted this over as well, just to make it nice and shiny. So the other thing you can add, if you go to the shops, you can find some feathers as well. So as you know, Native American like the feathers, and that really goes with my kookaburra. I'm gonna give him some feather. So for the feathers, you can just again staple them or use some sticky tape to keep them in place. You see, that's lovely. And if you don't have feathers, but you do have some craft paper, you could just strip some little bits of this paper and just glue them on your rattle. So that's another good idea for decoration. You just put a little bit of glue, and that's really easy. And it would just stay there, and you can make plenty of nice little fringe. Another way, if you don't have, if you do not have paint or pencil, this paper, this tissue paper, is a really good way to also decorate your whole rattle by just gluing little bits. So I'm going to show you quickly, because that really dries really easily, and you can just take all different little colored bits like that. Just put that one here, and then I'm going to take some orange and just add some orange even on the top, so that makes a nice little mix of colors. So that's another way of decorating. Let's put a little bit of a different blue. Like that, over the top. So you could do your whole rattle just by gluing little bits of tissue paper like that. And that dries really fast. And you can still add your stickers afterwards and some glitters on top. And you can just use it for fringe. You could put some fringe as well. And at the end, what I've done with my final rattle, I have used a little ribbon around just to hide all the little staples, because the staples are good to keep things in place, but they're not always pretty. So you can find some ribbon as well, any ribbon, and just go around like that, so it will keep everything in place, as well as, you know, making it pretty and hiding all the staples. So just keep it like that and make a nice little knot at the end. You can get your parents to help you with the knot at the end. Oops, I'm struggling a bit. There we go. Or again, if you had a nice duct tape, you could also put that at the end. If you didn't have ribbon, but you had some nice colorful duct tape at home, you could just put that at the bottom. I mean, there's so many ways you can decorate your rattle, and you can also decorate the sticks, of course. On this one, I've just painted used some silver paint to make it nice silvery. So that's pretty much it. The decoration is what's going to take a bit longer, and for the glue to stay dry, but it's so easy, and it's really fun to have a really nice rattle. And then we can all dance together when the rain doesn't come, and we can all shake our rattle together and do a nice dance, nice rain dance. Well, thanks for watching how to make a Native American rattle today, and I hope you have lots of fun with it. Thank you very much.